We are absolutely swimming in entertainment, right? It's on our phones, our TVs, and our headphones. It's just everywhere. But what's really fascinating is that behind the scenes, there's this quiet revolution happening, and it's totally changing the game for how all of that stuff gets made.
I mean, seriously, think about it. That show you just couldn't stop watching, or that one song you had on a loop for a week. What if I told you AI had a hand in creating it? Now, I know that sounds like something straight out of a sci-fi movie, but it's not some future concept. Artificial intelligence is already here. It's like this invisible co-star working on the movies, the music, and the games we all love.
Yeah, it's already shaping everything you watch, listen to, and play. We're talking from the very first spark of an idea all the way to that final recommendation that pops up on your screen. AI is being woven right into the very fabric of media. And this isn't just a small change, a minor tweak here and there. It's a fundamental shift in how everything is made.
And believe me, this is no small experiment. The money involved is just huge. The global market for AI in media and entertainment, it's projected to hit a mind-blowing $100 billion by 2030. So, okay, let's break this down. Let's look at how this tech is actually being used right now.
All right, first up, AI as your co-creator. Let's start right at the beginning, from the blank page to the first draft. This is where AI is really evolving from just being a tool into something more like a creative partner. So, what does this actually look like? Well, picture this. A writer is staring at a blank page, totally stuck. They can use something like GPT-4 or Claude to brainstorm dialogue or come up with a wild plot twist. Or a director has this incredible sci-fi world in their head. They can use a tool like DALL-E to whip up concept art in seconds. And get this, a filmmaker can get a custom score from a music AI like Iva, perfectly matched to the mood of a scene. It's pretty amazing.
But the key word here, and it's super important, is collaboration. The whole idea isn't to have a machine just write an entire blockbuster on its own. It's about using AI to explore ideas faster, to break through creative blocks, and to let the human creator focus on what really matters, the heart, the soul, the emotion that actually connects with us.
And this brings us to one of the biggest impacts. It's making creativity more accessible for everyone. I mean, a YouTuber working out of their apartment can now get their hands on visual effects and music tools that just a few years ago you'd need a major studio budget for. It's totally leveling the playing field. It's a real game changer.
Okay, so let's move on to the next phase, production. Once an idea gets the green light, you actually have to make the thing. And in this stage, AI is all about making things faster, smarter, and way more efficient.
Just think about all the tedious, painstaking work that used to go into this stuff, like manually cutting a character out of a green screen frame by frame, or animating every single person in a giant crowd scene. It would take forever. Now, AI can handle those really tough, time-consuming jobs automatically, and that frees up the human artist to focus on what they do best, the storytelling, the final polish, the art. And this efficiency isn't just for creating the content, it's for distributing it too. AI can take a script and translate it into dozens of languages. It can even clone an actor's voice so they can speak those translated lines with their own tone and inflection. Then it generates subtitles, almost instantly. Now, of course, you still need a human to check it for cultural nuance. That's absolutely critical. But the sheer speed of getting a movie or show ready for a global audience it's incredible. All right, so the masterpiece is created, it's produced, it's ready for the world. But in this ocean of endless content, how does it actually find you? Well, this is where AI gets really personal. Literally every single time you open up Netflix or YouTube or Spotify, there is a powerful AI engine whirring away behind the scenes. It's looking at what you've watched, what you've liked, what you've skipped, even the time of day you're watching, all to predict what you're going to want to watch next. And its influence is, well, it's staggering. Think about this. On Netflix, a whopping 80% of what people watch doesn't come from them typing something into the search bar. It comes from the AI's recommendations. That's a huge amount of influence over what we as a culture are watching. And for the business itself, the value is just immense. By getting those recommendations right, by keeping us engaged and happy, Netflix figures its recommendation engine saves it about $1 billion a year, all by stopping people from getting bored and canceling their subscription. That's a lot of money. But, a change this big, this fast, it doesn't happen without raising some serious questions, and it's creating some major challenges that the entire industry is really having to wrestle with right now. These are the core dilemmas everyone is talking about. First, intellectual property. If an AI creates a piece of art after being trained on thousands of other artists' work, who owns it? Is it even original? Then there's the job question. Will AI be a tool that helps creatives, or will it just replace them? And finally, the really tricky one, deepfakes and trust. When we can't believe what we see with our own eyes, how do we know what's real?
Faced with all these challenges, it seems like the consensus is heading towards a model that keeps humans at the center of it all. The industry is quickly realizing that you just can't replace the unique stories, the raw emotion, and the cultural understanding that people bring to their work. So the goal isn't to replace humans, but to find that perfect balance for human-AI collaboration. So this leaves us at a really important crossroads. As AI becomes this ultimate creative tool, what's next? Will it kick off a new golden age of human expression with more amazing and diverse stories than we've ever seen? Or are we headed for a future filled with a flood of formulaic, predictable content, all based on what the data says we want? The technology's here. The choice of which way we go, well, that's up to us.